Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Cupid. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on this collective reading. This is going to be our New Year's reading, okay? How are you going to be #blessed in this upcoming year? So as you can see, I've already shuffled out your cards. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I heard was removed. I feel like you are currently in a relationship or dynamic that you are, quite frankly, exhausted of. You're tired of it. You're done with it emotionally and mentally. However, it seems that getting out of it is the hard part for you. Okay? I feel like for many of you with this complication card, I feel like you're going to be assisted with being removed from this dynamic, right? You're going to need some help. I also heard caught up. So I feel like there's a situation that maybe you're involved in that you didn't really expect it to get out of hand, or you didn't expect it to turn out like this. There's something that was unplanned about the nature of this situation. And because you either didn't anticipate it or, however you got here, it's like it's difficult to go back. It's difficult to remove yourself, right? There's this energy of you feeling like you need to be set free. You need to be released from either a contract, released from released from something. There's definitely a sense of obligation I'm getting, where you feel like you have made a promise, or there's something you have to do, something you have to complete, right? A commitment that you agreed to, that you feel tied to, right? You feel like this is what's keeping you, in chains in this situation. This is what's keeping you around, right? This contract or this agreement that you have, right? This job that you feel you have to do. You feel like it's keeping you around. And so part of how you're going to be blessed this upcoming year is that you're basically going to be assisted in getting out of this agreement. Now, I want to look at this oracle card here, Archangel Orifiel, and at the bottom it says the wild one. No, the wild within, the wild within. So already I feel like you feel repressed in some sense, right? You feel like you're holding back. You're either holding back potential, or you're holding back your true feelings, or your thoughts. It's like I could do this, but I'm not. I could be doing this. I could have done that, right? There's like another you inside of you that has different desires than the you that everybody gets to see, but it's almost like you ignore those desires and you go the other way. For whatever reason, you've chosen a different path than what you really want inside. Okay, I want to read, I feel like I have to read the little booklet because I don't remember what the Archangel Orifiel means. Let's look. Oh, okay, here it is. Archangel Orifiel. Travel the road less walked. Step out of your comfort zone and embrace the wilderness inside. Be brave to see what's around the corner. Make your own rules. Question everything and create your own program. I like that. I'm going to read it one more time. Travel the road less walked. Step out of your comfort zone and embrace the wilderness inside. Be brave to see what's around the corner. Make your own rules. Question everything and create your own program. Okay, so you could be stepping into an era where you become your own boss, right? This situation, this dynamic, right? I feel like it weighs on you heavily, right? It does weigh on your heart, your soul, your emotions. But I'm not necessarily seeing that this relationship or this dynamic is like a personal one, like a romantic one or a friend one. This could be something larger, right? Like this could be a more so a commitment you made to yourself in regards to a goal, and discovering a new way to reach this goal without continuing to do this thing that you agreed to do, okay? But I feel like with the wildness, the wild within card, Archangel Orifiel, you are desiring an opportunity to really prove yourself. You're desiring an opportunity to really show what you've got. And I feel like this year you are going to get that opportunity, right? Like I said, you're going to be assisted in getting out of this sticky situation, right? You're going to get assistance on getting out of this dynamic that you've been caught up in. And it's going to allow you to nurture the wild within. It's going to give you the opportunity to really do your own thing, is what I'm hearing, right? So I want to get to the cards in the middle. So the first card we have here is the Queen of Cups. The first thing I see is that you're going to be able to pour back into yourself. You're exhausted. Like I said, you're dealing with a dynamic that has exhausted you, right? You're dealing with this situation that at the end of the day, you're only putting up with it because in some ways you feel you need to. You feel like I heard for the kids, right? You're doing it for the kids. That can mean a few things, but it's like you feel like this obligation or this reason is reason enough to suffer, reason enough to burn out. It's reason enough to endure, but you know it's not. You know that's not true, right? You know that that's really just settling and giving in and giving up, right? So with this assistance, you're going to be able to nurture yourself again, pour back into your own cup, right? You're going to be able to rest, right? You see how she's slumped? It's like after a long day and you sit in a chair and you just slide all the way down, because that's how, that's how fed up you are. That's how much you've exhausted yourself, you know what I mean? And so you're going to get that opportunity. And then with the Four of Pentacles underneath here, I feel like this is about you being able to hold on to your reserves longer, right? Like I feel like you're doing overboard, like you're going overboard, you're overworked, right? You're what is that? Overtime, right? You're putting in overtime to keep this cup full, right? To keep your cup full, to keep other people's cups full. With this Four of Pentacles, you're going to be able to hold on to more of your reserves, right? You're not going to have to constantly keep pushing and pushing and feeding and working just to keep this cup full. You're going to be able to relax and still feel fulfilled, still feel abundant, still feel like everything's all right. With the Hangman here, part of your blessing is that you're going to think differently, right? And I'm like, well, of course you're going to have to think differently, but no. The issue now is that your perspective is limited, okay? And that's not necessarily your fault, okay? I'm focused on this person's leg, right? How it's cut. So I heard impaired, right? In some ways, you are at a disadvantage. This could have to do with your upbringing. This could have to do with just the resources that have been available to you in your life. And so, yeah, you have a handicap or a disadvantage that is making it harder or has made it difficult for you to conquer the things you want to conquer or do the things you needed to do. But at the same time, it's like, it's not, that doesn't mean that you are inherently limited. It doesn't mean that this is a permanent state that you have to be in. A lot of times, and the thing is, most people deal with inconveniences that they have to overcome, right? Like every inconvenience you could ever go through, somebody else is also going through it, right? And they're all up and down the spectrum. Like some people literally could be amputated or not have missing limbs or missing function in certain limbs. Others can't see. Other people are blind. Some people have learning disabilities. Some people never learned to read, not because nothing's wrong with them. They were just neglected and never learned to read. And so it's like it's like the solutions you need, the help that you need, there's something out there that is going to assist you, that you need, that you didn't know existed or you didn't know was available, right? Like I said, I get like a light bulb, like a oh or ooh or oh. It's like there's this reaction to finding out or realizing that there is a resource that will actually be helpful, right? And it's going to shift your mindset, because one, you're going to be more optimistic, right? Something's going to give you hope is what I'm getting, right? And you're no longer going to feel like you're kind of stuck in this position, stuck in this rat race. Like the Hangman has this energy of like, I'm kind of just dangling. This is where I am now. I guess I can't do anything. I guess I am caught. I don't know. I guess I'll just be staying here. And it's like, nope, you're coming out of that. You're going to come out of that mindset and be like, oh, actually, I don't have to stay here. I have this resource and that resource. I can go here. I can go there. It's going to be different for everybody, but it's like you're going to learn about or realize maybe a specific person, right, with this complication card is going to come to you and say, hey, this resource is available, or hey, this could be of use to you, right? You may need this, or hey, I don't know, but I saw this and I thought of you, and it's going to be the exact thing that you need to help you get out of the situation that you need to get out of. Or after you're gotten out of it, it's the exact thing you need to push forward and actually make this independence work for you. You know what I mean? With the Ten of Swords here, I feel like there's going to be a complete severing, right? I heard sever. Oh, and I'm going back to this amputated leg, right? So it's like, let's say, we're going back to the Hangman energy. Let's say you're walking in the woods or you're running in the woods and you step in a bear trap, right? You step in a bear trap and your shit is stuck. You know what I mean? Like, and you're trying to get your leg out of it. Nobody's around. It's too strong. Worst case scenario, you cut that shit off. So here you are. It's like Ten of Swords. The blessing that's going to come is a complete severing of the problem, a complete severing of the thing you feel tied to, the thing you feel is keeping you held down, caught up, doing the same miserable thing every day, burnt out. Whatever this is, it's going to be completely severed from your life. For whatever reason, you didn't think that could happen, or you were maybe losing hope that it could happen. And it's like this year, that's going to happen. You are no longer going to have to feed into this dynamic that you hate. You'll be able to just do what you want and really, I would say, invest in yourself. Really, like, take care of yourself. Really, like, build yourself up, because everything that you'll be giving, it'll be going to you instead of giving and giving and giving, and it's going to this outside source, this parasite. You know what I mean? It's going to go to you. We have here checkmate, right? So checkmate. I remember thinking when I pulled this card of, what does it mean to checkmate? It means to like corner the king, right? The king has no more moves. So this could be in a general sense, like the man, right? The man is, keeping you down, making your life hard. It could be a spouse, right? Your partner, who is, making things hard for you, or, they're the ones who are constantly running things, right? They've been the one having the last word or the last say on everything, right? And I feel like you're finally going to be able to kind of like put a stop to that, right? Put a stop to this outside superiority, telling you what to do from afar, right? Let's think about it, because the king don't do nothing but sit in his little bedroom, right? The king just stay, in theory, your king for the most part isn't really doing much. You're not really moving your king like that. So they're just sitting there from afar, ruling your life from afar, telling you what to do from afar, making your life hard from afar. And it's like, no, you're going to run up on them. You're about to run up and end it. Like, I'm getting a vibe of somebody like getting out of their seat and just taking the initiative to cut somebody off, quit a job, leave a space, like, or just finally file that paperwork, or, you know what I'm saying? It's like finally just doing what's needed to sever that, end it. Like, no more dilly-dally, wondering with the hangman, wondering what we can do. Can we even do anything? It's like, actually, I'm about to do something right now. I'm not waiting another day. I'm not waiting another second. I don't need to be confused. Right? Part of this opening up of your mind is you're realizing you don't need to be confused. The moment you realize you're confused, you can choose clarity. You can literally make a decision. I'm not about to be confused. This is what I'm going to do. And it's going to be different in every situation how you do that. But literally, when you realize confusion is rooted in indecision, confusion is rooted in an unwillingness to commit to a truth, or commit to a path, or commit to a... You're like, actually, I don't need to be in the hangman energy. That's stalling. Why am I stalling? Why am I leaking oil? Why am I just letting my shit run and I'm not going anywhere? I'm heating up somebody else using all my gas to be warm. And meanwhile, I'm running up my engine, and, I don't know anything about cars, but it's like, you're realizing like you're putting all this wear and tear on you. You're so stressed and overwhelmed. You're putting all this wear and tear on you. Meanwhile, you're not even getting any mobility. That's crazy. You're like, I'm not even getting anything. I'm not even getting anywhere by continuing to commit and pour into this. So why would I? Why would I? Why do I need to? I'm running out of time. And you're not really running out of time, but spirit, the universe empathizes because time is going. The universe gets it because shit don't stop. The party hasn't stopped. You got places to be, you got things to do. And it's like, why keep allowing this soul draining situation to continue? The last card here is truth, just like pain, demands to be heard. And so this coming year, you are going to be honest. Not just to yourself, but to the universe, the world around you, the people around you. You're going to be honest in the face of your options about what you need, right? Truth, just like pain. You may be having some literal pain, or it could just be more metaphorical, mental, emotional type of pain where, you're holding so much in, or not telling or not speaking up about certain things that you're going through. And it's like, no, your needs need to be addressed, and nobody's going to address them, not even you, if they are not properly acknowledged, right? And so this year, I see that you're going to be being honest, very clearly honest, vocal about what you're going to do, what you need, what you don't need, right? You're going to set the tone. I feel like this year you're going to be really stepping into this energy of setting the tone for what you will and will not do, what you will and will not give. Okay? Is there anything else, Spirit? I'm going to pull a message from the message jar, just something to leave us with. Just one last message to leave us with about how you will be blessed in this coming year. Just a summary. You are going to be blessed by being assisted with getting out of a situation. an obligation that you are tired of, and you're going to be stepping into an energy and being assisted with stepping into an energy of claiming your destiny, claiming your life, claiming your future, right? You're a wild horse, free, the wild within. Some of you guys need to watch Spirit. Some of y'all need to watch Spirit the Stallion. Like, I love that movie. And honestly, I'm going to find out. I'm going to watch it tonight because I'm really feeling this energy. But it's like, that's your blessing. Your blessing is that you are going to be set free. You are gaining agency. Spirit, what is a message that we can leave off with? Please provide a message for us. A closing message. Here we go. Illusions are not always solutions. Illusions are not always solutions. So I feel like you've been trying to make something work. You've been hoping that the actions you've been taking would be beneficial in the long run. And I'm saying that the reality here is that it's not. And so you're going to get that assistance you need, because I feel like you wanted to make it work because possibly you feel like you had to. You felt like there was no way out. There was not another option. You just need to deal with it right now. You are going to get that assistance in getting out of the situation because it's time and you are ready. All right. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment. And if you would like to be notified whenever I post new videos, then make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye.